my code has an error. So what happens if I try to git commit? Well, the commit will fail just because there's an error. So I can try to fix it now. I can again git add, git commit, and now the magic is that the code is formatted. Cool, huh? Well, it's now time to git push. And no, if tests are failing, you cannot push your code. But how can you set all this up? And does it work only for you in your computer, or does it work for everyone working on this repo? And can I skip this check if I need for whatever reason? Well, let's find out. Today's video is about Husky, a tool which makes super easy to set up Git hooks for your team and your repository. First of all, let me take you 30 seconds just to make sure you have all the tooling set up. For example, you can install Preader to make sure the code is formatted as a dev dependencies. Next up, we can install Lint to make sure warnings and errors are properly detected, and you can make the build fail, or actually you can make the commit fail if something is missing. We can set this up real quick. No, node. Okay, now that we also have Lint, you can see that, for example, the errors started showing up. But before husky, we also need to install Lint staged, which is actually a tool which will run our Preader and Lint only on the stage files, so that if you have errors in other files which you're not going to commit, well, this will not trigger any issue. How can you specify the commands to run to the stage files? Well, just add the lint staged rc file here with a config pretty much like this one. This will just run on JS and DS file. It will write Preader formatting, and it will run ESLint and throw an error if there are one or more warnings or obviously errors. Next up, we can set up Husky. So npx husky-init. This will set up Husky and, for example, create your first Git hook. Also, make sure to run ni or npm install to make sure that Husky hooks are properly set up. Why do you need install? Well, the previous command we just ran, husky init, not only created this Husky folder, but also added in your package.json this prepare script. What this script does is running husky install every time someone runs npm install. Do you get the catch here? In order to make sure everyone in your team has Husky properly set up, there's this trick. I mean, they have to run npm install at least once, so they already have all the hooks set up for free and without even noticing. Now, by default, it created an npm test command every time you do a commit. We want to replace it with our lint staged. Oh wait, it should be npx. And now, if we have some changes in this file, we can git add everything, git commit again, and you will see that this is pretty much what happened in the intro. We have an error here, so the build failed. Let me quickly fix it. Again, git add, git commit, and this time it should work. Now, we have our clean state and we can go to the next step, that is running tests only when git push is performed. I mean, you could run tests at each commit, for example with npm test here, but you might want to run tests only before pushing your code. This might save you some time. In order to support a new Git hook, you can either create a file here manually or run this simple command, npx husky add. You can specify the file name, the Git hook, and the content of the file. For example, if I run this command here, it will create a pre-push with npm test as a command. Now I might need to run npm install again to make sure everything is properly set up. And if I git push, well, again, what happened in the intro will happen again. Our test is failing, so the push cannot be performed. So let's assume you're in a hurry. You must push this commit. Or on a more relaxed case, you're on a feature branch, you're working alone on this feature, and you just want to push your code so that, for example, your colleagues can see it and give you feedback, even if tests are not passing yet. Well, some commands, for example git commit, have a no verify option, which will help you bypass the hook. So when you do your commit, just add no verify here or -n, and this will basically bypass pre-commit hook. For example, the hooks we're doing with husky. If you want to do the same with push, well, push doesn't have this special flag, but you can just do husky equal to 0, basically to temporarily skip husky, and you can use git push. In this case, even if the tests are failing, the push has been performed. So now I told you how you can bypass hooks, but please make sure to only do that in exceptional cases. Hooks are there to protect your code, and you should follow the rules. And that was it for Husky. You can learn more on the official documentation, and you can go on the open source repository on GitHub and open issues and pull requests and basically contribute to the project. I highly recommend you to use this tool because it's so simple to set up and just works for everyone. They just have to npm install the project and they already have all the Git hooks set up for free. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit like if you enjoy my content, and well, see you in the next video.